Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Jebel Racecourse here on Friday. It is February the 23rd, 2018. Gonna look at two races, both of the feature races, races 3 and 5, the Jebel Ali Stakes, and the fifth race, which is the Jebel Ali Sprint. But before I get on to those races, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. So let's get on to it. Races 3 and 5 I'll be looking at, starting off with the third race from Jebel Ali. It's the listed Jebel Ali Stakes, sponsored by Darrenstown Stud. It's going for a purse of $500,000 here. It's for Northern Hemisphere 4-year-olds and upwards, Southern Hemisphere 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 8 horses going the distance of ground here of about a mile and 3/16, or the 1900-meter trip on the dirt. My top pick in this race, I like the number 1 horse here, number 1 Shamal Nibras. I'm going to go 182 in the tricast of the trifecta. 182 Tricast Trifecta. Top pick number 1, Shamal Nibras. Patrick Dobbs is on this Doug Watson trained 9-year-old gelding by First Samurai. He's been around the block a few times, and he likes Jebel Ali a lot. Most recently, he started about a month ago now, the 26th of January, locally here at Jebel Ali on the fast going in the Group 3 Jebel Ali Mile, 1,600 meters. This horse won by 2 lengths that day. Didn't have the best of starts and, got the lead and then just opened up by a lot. But just keep in mind, there was a spill that day and in this race. And, a few of the horses from the back of the pack were slightly affected by that. So just keep that in mind. But it was an all-around great race for this horse that day. Start before the 3rd of December. That came at Abu Dhabi on the turf in a listed stake, 1,600 meters or a mile. This horse finished 5th that day by 4.5 lengths. He just set off the leading pair that day and just really couldn't get a good closing kick. Just wasn't his day to win. I do think this horse is a much better dirt horse. So just throw that race out. And then a conditions race at Abu Dhabi, the 10th of November, 1,600 meters, 1 mile. This horse won that day by 3/4 length. Like I said, he doesn't like turf, but he did win that day. But it was a very subpar field, and a lot of the horses did not fire that day. He just won very nicely by, out of luck, basically. He's run well here at Jebel Ali. He's a winner of his last 2 over this course. Most recent, the win before the Jebel Ali Mile, you have to go back to the 17th of March of last year. Jebel Ali in a conditions race, 1,400 meters with 7 furlongs. This horse won that day by 1 length that day. Field 16 horses. He just had a very nice, easy victory, quickening up nicely in the final few strides of the race. Like I said, I do think he should run a big one here today, so he'll be my top pick. So to recap my bets for the third from Jebel Ali, it's the Jebel Ali Stakes. Gonna go with the 1 horse Shamal Nibras. Gonna go 182 in the tricast of the trifecta. So now we're gonna head on to race number 5 from Jebel Ali, the 5th race. It's the Jebel Ali Sprint, sponsored by Shadwell. It's a listed stakes going for a purse of $500,000. It's for Northern and Southern Hemisphere 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 8 horses dashing the 1,000-meter trip of 5 furlongs on the main track dirt. Top pick in this race, I like the number 4 horse, number 4 Tanin. I'm gonna go 4-6-1 in the tricast of the trifecta. Basically my top 3. Top pick number 4 Tanin. Breaking from Barrier number 4. This 5-year-old gelding here by Spicetown, who won the 2004 British Cup Sprint at Lone Star. So this horse has some very good sprinting pedigree in him. Fernando Yara is on this one, rider who formerly used to ride here in the United States, but now riding in the UAE. But most recently, this horse had to start the 8th of February. That came at Maidan on the turf course, 1,000 meters in just a basic handicap for a horses rated 100 plus. This horse finished 7th that day by 13.5 lengths. He was just with the leaders that day and then just kind of weakened out of it. That was a very tough race, a lot tougher than the horses he's facing here today. I think with the step down class back to dirt, I do think this horse run well. Start before the 25th of January at Maidan on the turf course again in a 95 to 105 rated handicap, 1,000 meters, 5 furlongs. Horse finished 8th that day by 4 3/4 lengths. Really was towards the backpack most of the race. It just wasn't his day to win. And also it was the horse's first start in nearly 14 months. The 5th of October 2016 was his previous start on the all-weather Kempton, United Kingdom, in a conditioned stakes, 1,200 meters, 6 furlongs. This horse finished 5th by 3 1/4 lengths that day, and really just never was under the ride most of the race, really just never got into it. But I do think this race is a little lesser quality horses. He has the speed to win. Watch out for him here today. So to recap my bets for the fifth from Jebel Ali, it's the Jebel Ali Sprint. Gonna go with the 4-horse Tanin. Gonna go 4-6-1 in the TriCast, the trifecta. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.